What's up, guys? Another new knife Wednesday. So sorry we didn't have something last week. Had a bit of a cold, did some filming, still a little bit nasally, but I went to take the flash drive up to the computer and start doing editing, and somehow it corrupted. So I lost all my video work. Really discouraging when that happens, but New Knife Wednesday starts today. So, if you don't know what New Knife Wednesday is where I, Jay Kwaiback, come in and give you an idea of what we're doing at Kwaiback Knives. So that's new knives, previous knives we haven't done videos on, or even an updated video for a knife we've already done a video on. And just overall, just trying to give you an idea of what we're working on, what we got going on in the shop, and some of the new projects. So, let's see here. We've got some pretty exciting stuff to work on. And I really don't like doing double takes, so I'm just going to keep rolling with this because I'm already late, and I got to get this edited, and then I got to get it uploaded to you in quality before quantity. So, if you don't know who I am, I'm Jay Kwaiback. Been doing this for the better part of 2 decades, making custom knives, tools, and just all around cool stuff. Really enjoy what I do, and we are ready to rock and roll. So on this New Knife Wednesday, we're going to cover the Kwaiback Fixed Blade and some of its history. Wait, why do I want to keep editing? I'm just going to sit down and I'm just going to go right into it because that's all you guys want to see. You don't want to see me rambling in front of the camera. You want to see the knives. So, excuse me, I'm still a little froggy in the throat here. So, just to give you some specifications, or a little backstory, I guess, story time, you know. So, oh gosh, it was probably 5-6 years ago. You know, we've always had the Kwaiback folder. That's, you know, pushing almost 10 years now. But the Kwaiback Fixed Blade was about 5 or 6 years ago. I decided, you know what, I really want to make a fixed blade version of the Kwaiback folder. So I'm like, you know, handle ratio for a fixed blade, if you went with a 4-inch blade and a, 4.5-inch handle, it's like, doesn't work. So we decided to go with a 5-inch blade. We went 3/16 material. This is my my personal Kwaiback Fixed Blade. I've had this one for quite a while. I think this was actually from our first run, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is M390. This might have been second run. I think first run might have been 20 CV. I don't know. We've done so many different steels. We mark them on the blade. So if you have one, just take a look at it. But this guy is hand ground acid Stonewash. We did a number of these where they were DLC coated, and then we did a bunch of Stonewash versions. And yeah, for the most part, I think we pretty much stuck with the 3/16 material and carbon fiber handles for quite a while. That was pretty awesome, really well received. We've sold many of these. Again, 3/16 material, 5-inch blade. It's about a 4.5-inch handle if I'm not mistaken. Overall length is just over 9.5 inches. So reasonably compact, fits in the hand really well. Forward or reverse grip. Texture on the back for reverse grip. Texture on the front, forward grip. This thing is stabby. Really enjoy carrying one of these. And then let's see, it always came with kydex sheath. Sorry, I gotta glance back at the laptop here to confirm all my specifications on some of the stuff. We've been doing it so long, sometimes it's hard to remember. The kydex sheath, the first couple of runs we did with leather belt loops. And then you can also, we have spacing allowance for adding a belt clip, like Ulta clip or Utility clip. There we go. I always get that wrong. I don't know why. Or discrete carry concepts, awesome clips. Don't use anything else. And then we've got some of the clips that we've been supplying, and eventually we're going to start making the move over to Utility clips once we get through this stock. And or discrete carry concepts depending on the application. But we did a taco sheath. Retention is amazing. Gotta love that click. Oh yeah. So good retention. It's loose when you unclick it, which is great. Nice and tight when you haven't released it. So that's the way to go. Really enjoyed doing these. We've done many hundreds of those. Then I believe late 2018, early 2019, we released the next version of the Kwaiback Fixed Blade with a little bit thinner stock and 20 S35 VN blade steel. Yes, just confirming that. With the brown natural micarta, which this stuff is awesome. It looks so pretty. Really enjoyed putting this out there. In the thinner stock, we went with 5/32 and a full swedge. We have not in the past done a full swedge on the blade. So yeah, the full swedge at the top is, oh man, makes this thing so pointy. It's awesome. So yeah, much significantly lighter too. You know, I think I don't have the weights listed up here, but I think we moved down at least an ounce, maybe 2 ounces from 3/16 to 5/32, just with a slightly thinner stock. So that's 3/16 is 0.1875, 5/32 is 0.15625 thickness wise in decimals, if you didn't catch that. And you know, that's not a lot of change, but significant weight loss doing that. So you're not going to lose a lot of strength or anything like that, but you are going to lose a lot of weight, which is awesome. I'm always looking for the next lightest material and or way to make something lighter other than the Husky, because the Husky is just a beast and everybody wants the Husky folder at like 1/4 inch, which is just absolutely off the wall, crazy. But we did offer these ones, and we have some at our dealers, and we have some available on our website left over from this run. And they come in Stonewash with the natural micarta, and they come in black DLC with the natural micarta. This one's pretty slick. The swedge really stands out with the DLC and the fallout finish on it. Absolutely razor sharp. We take all of our fixed blade edges down to about 20-25 thou final edge. That holds up really well for a fixed blade. Folders, we usually try to stick between 15 and 20 thou thickness on the edge thickness before we sharpen. That gives you a really good fine cutting edge. So we've rock and rolled through these. So yeah, check out the website, www.jkwaibacknives.com. And we've also got a list of all of our dealers on there, so check that out. They're available now, and I don't think we have a great deal many of them left. Just a small handful. I'm a little late on doing this video, so sorry guys. I'm trying to catch up with all this stuff. Forgive me, get a little coffee in me. So, moving into the next most amazing thing that we're doing in the Kwaiback Fixed Blade line is a very appropriately named Goliath. The Goliath is awesome. Pocket fixed blade. We're looking at a 1/8 inch thick 20 CV blade. It's 2 ounces. This whole knife is 2 ounces. Black G10 inlaid handle, and the blade length is 3 1/4. I couldn't remember if it was 3 or 3 1/4. That's always hard to remember. With all the knives we do, it's sometimes difficult to remember blade length. And forgive this congestion, it's terrible. We did go, we wanted to make this uber light, you know, the ultralight backpacking crowd will really get a kick out of this being 2 ounces with a fixed blade and not a folder. You don't have to worry about, you know, carrying around a broken fixed blade, aka a folder. And you get a awesome little pocket sheath that will clip to your backpack or what have you. You can lash it down because it's got the lashing points on the side, the rivets, and then also a pocket clip that we designed for this setup so that you can drop it in your pocket, forget about it, and draw it when necessary. It's nice and loose until it goes in, and then it clicks together. And then when you have it in your pocket, you just break the tension, pull it right out. takes a little getting used to with a pocket fixed blade. If you haven't carried a pocket fixed blade, it is a little bit interesting because you have to make sure that you're aware when you're resheathing of where it is, where the sheath is, how everything works, you know, and the retention of that. You want to make sure you actually get it in, click it in, and get the retention that you're looking for. So, you know, that's always something to, you know, be aware of. It is different than a folder. Obviously, a folder, you just pull it out, flip it open, use it, fold it up, stick it back in your pocket. You don't have to think about it. A pocket fixed blade, it requires a little bit more thought, you know, so definitely want to practice with that. But the utility of a fixed blade, a small fixed blade in your pocket, to me, being an avid outdoorsman, hunter, fisher, you know, we've got 40 acres up in the woods in North Idaho, so, you know, we're constantly needing a really sturdy knife, doing lots of tasks. You know, I start 2 fires every morning, one in the house, one out in the shop in the wintertime, and, you know, having a pocket fixed blade to get my kindling going is absolutely godsend. Does an amazing job with that. So fixed blade, look for a video on usage and or how to get it in and out of the pocket. So this is the Goliath. This will be available here, I believe next month, if I'm not mistaken. But don't quote me on that one. It'll be available here shortly. So make sure you check the website. Again, that's www.jkwaibackKnives.com. You know, because I sound like a used car salesman. So yeah, diving back into the Kwaiback Fixed Blade. You know, the Kwaiken, you know, the derivative of the Kwaiback name, you know, Hoback, Kwaiback, you know, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. I'm sure if you guys know who I am or have followed me in the least, you understand the name. It is Kwaiback. You know, dude, don't even get me started. I've heard it called so many different ways. I've even misspelled it myself, which is kind of funny, because, you know, it is a rather random word that I made up. So, you know, I can spell however I want. At any rate, the Kwaiback Fixed Blade has been like a huge staple for us. That's one of our flagships. You know, we have the Kwaiback, then we have a Kwaiback Fixed Blade. Those are our flagship. That's our SMG. That's our Sabenza. That's, you know, whatever else, you know, the flagship model that everybody thinks of. So we sell lots of them. So we try to keep them in stock, but that doesn't help us sometimes. And these things, we put out a new model and we have a tendency to immediately have to start another run because the first run sells out so quick. But we do have an opportunity to grab a couple on the website. Personally, I have been rocking a Stonewash. I think the Stonewash one is mine, on my bag. And, you know, the 5/32 stock, I'm a fan. I've been contemplating switching everything over to 5/32 from 3/16 because 3/16 is a bit overkill, especially for, you know, a smallish knife. You know, anything under 5 inches, 3/32 is more than enough. I mean, the strength to weight ratio is perfect. And realistically, if you're snapping this material off, if you're like just jamming in something, like reefing on it, yeah, you're gonna break it. I mean, the tip on this thing is wicked thin. That's just, come on, that's common sense. But the strength to weight ratio when used appropriately is absolutely astounding. You know, there's the weight difference. I wish I had I wish I had my little scale in here and I'd tell you guys about it, but I think it's like almost 2 ounces, 1 ounce to 2 ounces, which is significant when you're looking at a knife that probably only weighs 4 or 5 ounces, 6 ounces at the most, right off the top. So, you know, being able to reduce the weight like that is fantastic. So I'm a huge fan. The swedge also reduces the weight. I didn't do the swedge so much as like, oh, I really like swedges. I did the swedge mostly because it's an awesome way to reduce the weight of the knife. Plus, it looks pretty cool. And it was a little bit different than what we had been doing, you know, comparing it to the original where, you know, it looks kind of blocky at the top there. Putting a swedge really changed the look of the two blades. So I really appreciated that. But we did keep all the same size. You know, in front here we've got the original, and then the back, the newest version. So overall, everything is pretty much the same other than thickness and the swedge. And I wanted to keep with the theme that we already had going with that because, you know, it is so well received and so many people have these knives and carry them, from military, law enforcement to, you know, average Joe to the collector. The Kwaiback style blade is surprisingly versatile for utility. There is a great deal that you can do with it that you would not think, oh, that's just a fighting knife. It's got a surprising utility to it, so check it out. So yeah, without me rambling on any further, really appreciate you guys. I really hope you guys are doing well with all this COVID-19 stuff and the craziness of, you know, having to stay home and not be able to go out. So hopefully this video brings you a little bit of joy for the day. Check out our website, kydex.com. Make sure you subscribe down below because, you know, our 5 followers, it'd be nice to raise that up, get some more viewership here. Check out our Instagram and our Facebook. It's all under Kwaiback Knives. Really easy to find. Again, really appreciate you guys, and God bless, stay safe, and if you get sick, stay home. That'd be great. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.